We will have closing remarks from Thomas Matusek.
So, that brings us to the close of 2 days of very, very engaged, creative, thought-provoking, passionate debates. And I think it was so full of good ideas that I told Ricky that, differing from our program, I would now give a very comprehensive review and analysis and also some strategic directions for the future. And if you just bear with me for 65 minutes, I made sure that the doors are closed, so help you concentrate. But unfortunately, Ricky and the colleagues said 5 minutes max. So that offended me a little bit, but I tried to swallow my pride. And I would just say that this was probably the most interesting and most challenging urban age debate we've had over the last couple of years. And as it turned out, we had concentrated on previous conferences on issues like the endless city, the electric city, the healthy city. But what it all boiled down to is governance. Governance is the mother lode, and as we see in these 2 days, governance, leadership, trust, these are exactly what is our mission statement in the Alfred Herrhausen Society. All I would like to do is throw out perhaps 2 or 3 keywords which are picked up in the last 2 days, which should give us food for thought to think. Gerald Frog, deciding who decides. We need a new urban voice. Managing chaos, Richard Sennett, Juan Clos. The Le Corbusier style of planning is out. Planning the city as an organic living community. But in areas where we can plan, we just have to be better at planning. Land matters. Some politicians said land is not a problem. As it turned out, land is the problem, and land is something which really gets the sparks flying in this country. And the intervention of the state has to be there, yes, but cultural sensitivities have to be respected. Devolution and decentralization. You know, in a time where nation states lose their binding power and megacities take over more and more as shaping factors in a globalized world, but so far without globalized institutional frameworks. So we need multi-level governance. As we have seen, the urban age family has been deepened and has been enlarged. For instance, Tehran, Lagos, and I think that is very important for us to decide where we need the next time, perhaps next year or in the future. And now it's the time to say thank you. We agreed that I would not go through a long list like in the Oscars night, but I would just mention 3 or 4 people. The first, of course, is Jagan Shah, who with his Institute of Urban Affairs let me say, we are very, very proud and grateful to have you as a partner. You prepared it intellectually and practically fantastic. We always knew from the start that you are a class act, and we found out you're a world-class act. Thank you. And then there are 2 wonderful ladies, Priya Shankar and Pooja Tiwari, who for months now, day in, day out, worked with very soft voices, with feminine charm, but with a steely core, so that even the most hard-boiled bureaucrat in the end found it much more painful to say no than to say yes to them. And then there is Linda Radau, who dropped her master's thesis on the desk, joined us here, getting to know India, but she never left this hotel for the whole time. And I must say, Linda, thank you so much. And from the LSE team, Ricky, I just would like to mention Madeline Lee, Alexandra Gomez, and Saba Verdes, who behind the scenes, where you don't notice it, made sure that you didn't notice any slips here and any major disasters. Thank you all very, very much for contributing here. And I don't say goodbye, but I say auf Wiedersehen next year that will be a surprise.